Hello, Math 24 students. I wanted to show you around our Canvas course, as each instructor sets it up a little bit differently. So if you're not familiar with Canvas, you're going to go to the Sierra College homepage, www.sierracollege.edu, and scroll down to Canvas and click on Canvas. You use the same login that you used to get into your Sierra College email, and that will take you to this home page or the landing page for our class. The Canvas shell only lists one of the course codes. Two sections were collapsed into one, but I have labeled the class with both course codes so you would know you're in the right place. So this class is Math 24, Modern Business Mathematics, and it includes calculus, just so that there's no question about that. I'm your instructor, Debbie Hill. And I have a Google Voice number now, so you can use that to call or text. And there's a link right here to the syllabus in case you need to look something up in the syllabus. I wanted to make it easy to find. We'll come back to the syllabus and look through it more, but I wanted to show you how to get started in the course first. So on this landing page, there's some information about the support course. So this course is designed for students with strong recent algebra skills. It has a prerequisite of intermediate algebra. If that's not you, that's fine. We have a support course. It goes by two names, Math 24S or Math 824S. Those are actually exactly the same class. It's just 24S has 1.5 units, and that may or may not be something you want. And 824S is no credit, so it's free. It has no tuition, but it also doesn't add any units, and it doesn't have any effect on your GPA. 24S also does have no effect on your GPA because it is pass, no pass. So you either get a P for pass or an NP for not pass, and neither one of those has any effect on GPA. I'm going to have regular Zoom meetings. I found when we transitioned to online in the spring that it was really helpful for students to have a live class available. If you can come, that's great. You don't have to come. I will have pre-recorded lectures for every section on my YouTube channel, and I'll also put them here in the Canvas course. And if you want to subscribe, then you get notifications immediately when I post new videos. The support class will have Zoom meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays also, just before the regular class, so from 9:30 to 10:50. So often what I do in the support class is do the pre-calculus skills that we need to be able to do what I know we're going to be doing that week in the regular class. Again, those Zoom meetings won't be recorded. I find students just feel more comfortable and confident to converse if they aren't being recorded. And if there's any problem solving that goes on, I do have a way to capture that and share it with the people who aren't able to come to Zoom. So this will be the third time we're offering this support course, and the students who have taken it have just really appreciated it, and pretty much everybody who's completed it has passed the Math 24 course. So it was just a big help with their confidence and gave them more opportunity to interact with me and get what they needed. I really look forward to helping you fulfill your goal of transferring to Sac State or CSU Sacramento as a business major. Hopefully that's the only reason you would be taking this class, right? That's its purpose. So I'll be cheering for you the whole semester, and you can count on me to do whatever I can to help you finish the class successfully. So let's get started, and to begin, if you're on a phone, you'll need to find the navigation links for Canvas in the Canvas Student app and click the Modules button, or you can just click this button, Module 0 Getting Started, and it will take you directly to the module. So the Module 0 is the Getting Started module, and I tried to make it really easy to figure out where to start. So click Read the Syllabus to begin. Start here by reading the syllabus. So these text headers are just words and there's nothing to click on, but Read the Syllabus is clickable. So if you click Read the Syllabus, it's set up as an assignment with 0 points, so it doesn't count towards any points. I just thought it would be an easy way to make the syllabus accessible to you. So here's what the syllabus is. I strongly recommend that you download it and print it, but it's okay if you just want to have it available. But you will probably want to be referring to it throughout the course. So we'll go through it in detail in a little bit, but I just want to kind of show you the roadmap of the whole course before I go into more detail. So if you haven't worked with modules before, the modules have a next button, and then when I click next, then there will also be on the next thing a previous button. So this is how you navigate through the class. It's like going down a road, and the next button just takes you to the next stop down the road, and the previous button backs you up. So the next thing you're going to have to do is a syllabus treasure hunt, where you have as many tries as you like, and I want you to get 100% on it before you go on. I've taken kind of the most commonly asked questions and put them in the quiz just to reinforce that for you. So you're going to take that quiz, and then the next thing you're going to do is a getting to know you survey. So this survey, I just wanted to know some information that will be helpful for me in how I structure the class. So things like, do you have a printer available, and are you working on a phone or a laptop? And so information like that will really be helpful for me to know how to make the class easier to navigate for you. So the next thing this first module has is getting started in Canvas. Well, I'm making the getting started in Canvas video, so I can't really put the video in there until I get it made. So it will be there when you go to this getting started in Canvas page in the module. Then the next thing, I created something I call a suggested workflow. This is completely optional. So I made one for week 1 because it's a little different, because there's lots of things you do week 1 that you never do again, like read the syllabus and so on. So I made a work 1 flow where I have the days of the week across the top and the different tasks that you might need to do down the left. And these are the attend Zoom and work on homework. The first week there isn't any homework due, but I'd really recommend that you get started looking at and working on homework as early as you possibly can. And there will be all these different tasks to do, and I just wanted to help you be organized about them. So that's completely optional. And then I made another one for after week 1, since week 1's kind of unusual. So if this is helpful for you, go ahead and download it. If it's not, maybe make your own version of it. Many of you will be taking more than one online course, so I think it would be really good if you have some kind of organizational plan. Okay, then the next thing takes you into the week 1 module, and I usually have my schedule and my brain organized by weeks. So each week there will be a module, and usually in each week there'll be 2 quick quizzes, but I didn't want week 1 to be overwhelming. So the first quick quiz doesn't have any math on it yet. I just wanted you to accomplish 2 things. Tell me a little bit about your previous math experience, and then get some practice uploading scanned handwritten assignments. So I want you to either type or print out or write on paper, but I want you to have a piece of paper with whatever you want me to know about your math history, as much or as little as you feel comfortable sharing. And then I want you to have a second piece of paper, and you can write a couplet, 2 rhyming lines, or draw a picture, or whatever you want, so that there's something decorating that second piece of paper. Then once you have 2 pieces of paper, I want you to use a scanner app to scan the 2 sheets as a single document. So that takes a little doing. So that's why I want you to practice here, where it's very low stakes. So if you have an iPhone, there's a Notes app that comes with the phone that students tell me is very easy to use. If you have an Android phone, the 3 that students have told me about are Adobe Scan, Microsoft Office Lens, and Genius Scan. So each of those works a little bit differently, so I don't have the bandwidth to do instructional videos for all those different scanners. So YouTube has lots of demos that people have made that are very helpful in seeing how to use the scanners. So the tricky part is getting the 2 pages into one document. So that's what I want you to figure out. So you can try it as many times as you need to, and it's okay to make mistakes when you're learning something new, and I will be happy to try to help resolve any technical issues. So once you have finished that, then you're actually going to need to submit something here. So let me go back to the home page, and I want to switch to the student view so it will look more like what you will be seeing. So this is the home page. Click on the Getting Started module. We walked through the Getting Started module through Read the Syllabus. Look at the different icons. This is a little piece of paper with a pencil, so that's an assignment. And here it says you need to mark it done. So when you open Read the Syllabus, there's going to be a little Mark as Done box up here in the corner. So you can say, yes, I've read the syllabus. Then when you go to the next item, it's going to be take the quiz. So you're going to get that done. And then you saw the Getting to Know You survey. So you're going to get that done. And then you're going to watch the Getting Started in Canvas videos. And again, there's a mark as done. And the suggested workflow has a mark as done, just so that I know you've visited the page. Then on the quick quiz, you actually are going to need to submit something. So when you're ready to submit, that's when you click Submit Assignment. And now you have a place to submit the assignment. So if you're working on the Canvas student app, students tell me that's the easiest way to upload assignments. But if you're taking pictures and scans on your phone, but then you're needing to upload from your computer, you can email it to yourself. So you're going to browse and find your file and add your file, and this add another file, I don't want you to use that. I want you to upload one file. And then there's a place here where you can write comments if you like. So I really appreciate it. In fact, if students aren't sure if what they've submitted is going to work, if they say, can you please let me know if you can read this? So a couple things to be sure about is that you have enough light. So make sure you're not shadowing your paper with your phone and your hands. And then also make sure you have enough contrast. If you use a really light pencil, sometimes it does not scan well and makes it very hard to read. So then you're going to submit this assignment after you've attached your file, and then go on to the next thing, which is the discussion board. So each week there'll be a discussion board. They're not going to be long, difficult assignments. They're going to be brief, and they're hopefully going to be relevant and useful. So the first one has 2 parts to it. The first part is get to know your classmates. And then the second part is I want your help creating what we're going to call class norms. So norms are kind of ground rules or guidelines, whatever you want to call them, that are what we need so that everybody can feel comfortable. Because if I walk into a new situation and I don't know the etiquette, I feel very uncomfortable. So I want you to help me create that. So you're going to do an introduction. I'm going to have you in a smaller group of about 6 or 7 classmates for the discussions. So you're going to introduce yourself to me and your classmates. So please use this format. Start with my name is and the name you prefer to go by, particularly if it's not your given name or you have a nickname you prefer. Here's where you're going to tell us what you would like to be called. And I am a future, and I want you to fill in this blank. I'm a future lawyer. I am a future Sac State graduate. I am a future business owner. Tell us what you aspire to. You can tell us about your pets, children, hobbies, favorite food, whatever. Feel free to share as much as you're comfortable with. And then this first week only, I want you to respond to each of the classmates in your group. In the future, you'll reply to 2 or 3. Your reply can be brief, but please do acknowledge your group members by their preferred name so you can begin to get to know each other. Then this group norms, it's going to be a Google Doc that I've created. So you're going to click on that. We'll take you to the Google Doc, and I have put the 2 that I always want to have here. Everyone deserves respect and assume good intentions. So add whatever you like and whatever will help you feel safe and comfortable to share. And they're anonymous. And then I'll post them for everybody once we've created that. Then here's a little bit about me. The one thing I want to make sure you know is I really do love answering questions. You're never bothering me. My job is to help you get what you need to be successful in the class. And then here's a picture of my dog, Kaylee. She's a rescue dog. And here's my granddaughter, Sophia. She's just over 2.5. And we have a new grandbaby on the way, so you can bet you're going to be hearing about that. And then the last task you're going to have to do for week 1 is a journal. The journals are private. And their purpose really is to just provide another avenue of communication to make it easy for you to let me know if there's any issues, anything I can help with, anything that you're struggling with. And I'll give you a prompt and you're going to be responding to that. But you can write whatever you want. You can write as little or as much as you want. You can type. You can talk. When you go into the entry to submit the assignment, you'll see that there's options. So you can do a file upload, you can do text entry, you can type right here or type in Word and copy paste. And then here is Studio, where you can go into Studio, which is part of Canvas, and this bullseye looking button is the record button. And you don't have to use video. If you don't have video, you can just make an audio recording. So if you'd rather just talk, that's wonderful. And I'll be really happy to converse with you, whatever sort of way works for you the best. So that's what you have to finish for week 1. I've already put the homework here in case you want to get started, because the first homework's not due until September 4th, but it will really help if you get a jump on it. So this first homework assignment, each of the homework assignments is going to have the information about the textbook and the information about how to get curbside pickup for a 2-day library reserve desk use of a textbook if you just need to borrow one for a couple of days and take pictures of the pages you need. Then each assignment will also have the grading and scoring information. So homework papers are worth 5 points. If graphs are going to be done, and we're going to be doing graphing, especially at the very beginning, they have to be on graph paper. So you need to get graph paper right away. And you're going to scan them in, and I will write comments on them as if you were submitting paper and I was writing on them with a pen and getting them back to you. So you're going to get 4 points if you do the homework and turn it in, and if you do all of the homework and turn it in, you're going to get 5 points. So you can turn it in for full credit on the due date, and you can turn it in up to 1 week late for 80% credit. Because I'd really rather you get it all done late than turn it in on time but not finished. The homework is a very important part of this course. So section 2.4 is in the review chapters. That we're not going to spend a lot of time in the review chapters, but we will dip back into them as we need them. So we're actually going to start lectures in chapter 7, but I'm going to refer back to chapters 1, 2, and 3 as we go. And you'll see there's homework assignments in those chapters to make sure that you recall the skills that you need from previous material. Then chapter 4 we'll go back to when we need it, because it's logarithms and exponential functions. Chapter 5 is finance, and then we skip chapter 6, do chapter 7, skip 8, 9, 10, and then do 11 and 12. So it's a little confusing, I know, but you sure don't want to do everything in the textbook. So then here's the section 7.1 homework that's not due until September 8th. So you can see you have a little time to make sure you get a book and get started on the homework. before it starts being due. Okay, so that's the module 0 getting started, and then week 1, so that there's kind of a template for week by week. And then week 0 is the things that only happen in the first week. So there's solutions for all the textbook problems. I don't want you to have to go find the solutions. They're right here. These are the answers to all the problems. What I want you to do is work on it on your own, try and figure it out, get your answer, then compare it. It's very not helpful to do homework and not look at what the solution is and do your own correcting to try and figure out how did they get that solution. So please don't turn in homework with incorrect answers since you have the correct answers. Then here's some homework help. I'll have class lecture notes. You don't have to print these out. This is what I'll be using when I talk in the Zoom meetings. And I asked you all to purchase something called a course pack from the bookstore that's about $8 that has all of these notes in it. But in case you don't have one yet, or you'd rather just have digital access, you can just use these. And then there were some students last semester that didn't have the textbook right off the bat. And so since I scanned and copied these pages for them, I made them available for you. So for the first chapter 7 pages from the book that you need for the exercises, those are available to you. Then I have resources. This module I'll keep adding things to as I receive things that are kind of campus-wide resources. Things like food resources, Placer Food Bank, student tech support. So if you need any help with tech, come down to the resources here and click on student tech support. There's an email address. You can contact them, a phone number. The college is supplying mobile hotspots, loaner laptops, all sorts of things to try and help you be successful online. So that's the resources. That's kind of the general college resources. And then below I have class resources like the schedule, all of the homework assignments in one document, the syllabus if you want to print it out. This is a printable version. And then a statement about honoring the native land. And this is something that Sierra College has started doing this semester, is opening each session of a group meeting, taking a moment to honor the fact that we are using tribal land. So with honor, we acknowledge the Rockland campus of Sierra College as the traditional and unceded land of the Nisenan and Miwok peoples. The secret ravine, known in Nisenan as Hoyoke, is home to an ancestral village site nurtured and protected for generations by local tribal nations and their members. Sierra College commits to an ongoing relationship with United Auburn Indian Community and other local tribes to respect the legacy of the first peoples of this land and their future generations who are an integral part of the Sierra College community. Okay, so I'm going to stop this video here, and I think you have enough to get started, and I'm going to make another video, go through the rest of the buttons, and go through the syllabus in more detail.